we'll put total leather and we'll get started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense set on first down. Using his legs, it's Etienne. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Howard. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On third down, going up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Bringing it back, it starts. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Catch in the middle, it's Urasek. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lovett. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's dealt. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Getting set for first down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Alabama pushing the tempo. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The op gonna take a shot. And it's caught inside the 30. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that 4th down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown time. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They'll try it over the left side. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 8, Georgia 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
On the run, it's Etienne. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
Looking downfield, it's back. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Lovett. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
The toss to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points.
Oh, look out! And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. On the ground, it's Haynes. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Alabama quickly back to the line. These corners backing off a bit. Running back goes in motion. Back to throw, it's Milroe. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 34. A productive job by the return team. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Etienne. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Scanning the field, it's back. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Gonna run it. It's Etienne. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for a man. It's back. Quickly complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Trying to impose their will with the run.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Using his legs, it's Robinson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's back. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Shoots it to the left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's back-breaking. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On 3rd and long, they need a big completion. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He uncorks one deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is.
Throws toward the end zone. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wants to throw. It's Milrow. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick.
Georgia, 7.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught close to the marker. It's Lovett. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Etienne. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. He wants to pass it on second down. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Let's go. Now we got ourselves a ball game. This one looked like it was almost over in the 2-minute situation. Get a few first downs, walk out of here with a W. No, sir. Defense forces the turnover. Offense,
Gonna take a shot at this DB. In the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't. Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the And the 49ers will kick it away to start. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Georgia going up tempo. Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's got it. He's off to the races. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That's another Charlotte.
Brown will throw it. Tosses it incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Feeling some heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on him.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. The offense starts with a short field. Handoff to the single back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he puts through the extra point.
Georgia 14, Charlotte 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
To advance on the football.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slowly struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to keep...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air. It's back. Good timing on the quick out. Bringing the heat. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And on first down, they're running out the field goal unit. As to be expected, nowhere close to being good from that distance. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away.
There's a lot of strategies to win football games, and there are very intelligent coaches in the game today. I've never seen a field goal attempt on first down. That was a play I am never going to forget, although I wish I could.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Let's go. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's back. Fires to the tight end. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Dogs get it past the sticks.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole where you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board.
And they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. Got room at the 35. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. It's crazy.
Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Etienne. There he goes to the right. The 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're going to run it. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Charlotte, 0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Dropping back, it's Beck. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling with it.
Looking for space to the left. And he'll just get rid of that one.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. On the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. Well, sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run, you can at least create some balance. You lose some of the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to...
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The 49ers want to crank the tempo. Brown wants to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown, Dogs! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That's another Charlotte. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 60, Charlotte 0.
And the Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further. He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Brings it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued.
Georgia.
That is exactly what you want from your quarterback. Hanging in there, letting the route develop, throwing the football down the field while you're getting hit, and the receiver does the rest and runs into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Miss. And he loses the football on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
That's breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball in it.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And the 49ers want to pick up the tempo. Off play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Brown wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown.
And he's running in the open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. And they swarm him under. Second and goal coming up. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is they didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Easy. Wide receiver coming across. And Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
First down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Going to the running game. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Grab near the sticks. It's Willis. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
It's a draw. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 13, Middle Tennessee 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Battiato. It's caught. At midfield, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Handoff from the gun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, at the 30, 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia!